Hey guys, all right, I'm gonna make you a super fast video on Google Streak. I've had a lot of people that have been asking me about it, and I truly believe with my entire heart that if you do not have a way to manage your contacts, you are wasting time. And when I say that, like, I know that none of us has 8 hours a day to be sitting in front of the computer. And I also know that if you're working off paper and pencil, you are actually not maximizing the time. If you are working off Facebook Messenger, you are not maximizing your time. Having a way to like quickly send follow-ups, send emails, send information, whether it's to your customers and as your team grows, like you need to have a system. So, I mean, in order to do the sort of volume that we're setting you up to do in your business, big or small, hey, and even if you're just working your business an hour a day, you could cut your time in half that you are doing follow-ups and messages by using Google Streak. So I'm going to walk you through it. All right. Easy. I don't want you to get overwhelmed by this, and I want you to start it today. I don't want you to worry about being perfect, and I certainly don't want you to feel like you got to go back and import everybody that you've ever talked to. What I want you to start doing right now is every conversation you have, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or through email, I want you to get their email addresses so you can start putting them into the appropriate buckets. All right, so Google Streak is easy. If you have a Gmail account, you're going to use your Gmail account. If you don't, create a Gmail. And then Google Streak, if you just go to googlestreak.com or just type in Google Streak in the search, it'll download, put it right on your computer. And so this is where we are going to start. I'm going to show you mine, and I'll show you kind of like the most important things that you need to have on there. All right, so here we go. We're going in here and I'm showing you my screen share. So when you're looking at your Google, on your left-hand side, you're going to see these pipelines, all right? So you are going to create a pipeline, and all you do is click the plus sign in new to get your first pipeline started. So we're going to look at my customer prospects. Now, when I click on the customer prospects, I know mine looks busy, and I have a lot going in here, but I've been managing this for quite some time. So let me make this small really quickly so that we can see it. And my buckets changed. So again, I created this as I went. So the first thing you want to do is you have these buckets across the top. And if you look to the far right, right? So if you see, let me get my little cursor over here. And there we go. Can you see that? All right. So when you see this right here, mouse, I'm trying to give a mouse thingy so that you can see it. Spotlight maybe. Hold on. All right. So right here, do you see that? So when you're looking at this area right here, where it says plus, this is where you can add a new bucket. So if I click on that, it's going to give me like a stage. So for example, let's say, it's February 1st. I'm getting ready to start advertising for my next challenge group, right? So you could put in here interested in, and what's the name of your challenge group? Like, Battle of the Bulge, right? Bulge group. And I'm just going to write this in here. And then I click enter. Now, I can drag this stage over if I want to drag it, so it's closer to the top. And now you can see it also shows up down here too. All right. So this is your stages. I have need to invite. So this would be, for people that you want to send an invite to, or you're in the process of forming, right? Even if you don't have their email, you want to get it as soon as possible, or I put their Facebook handle or whatever. All right. Then you've got like initial message, like this is when I sent them a message. I don't use this one. You see it has 0, very informing. This might be people that I'm going back and forth with through email. Interested in Battle of the Bulge, right? Now I've got my interested in 80-day obsession. My goal is every time somebody says, I'm interested in more information, I will always say to somebody, what is your email address? And then I will send them their application. Like, I want people to fill out a challenge group application or coach application. So if you don't have an application, that is like the next thing you need to do, because you are spending too much time going back and forth through conversations. Get them to fill out an application. You can easily go and look at my website or your coach's website. There's Typeform. There is lots of, you can use a Google form. You can use Wufoo, WUFOO. But if you go to melaniemitro.com, click on accountability, you can see an example of my form. All right. So now I've got these interested in 80-day obsession. Once I move people from stages, I'll show you this, then I add them to the group. So now they're added to 80-day obsession. They've purchased, they're ready to go. You can see I've got other groups in here, right, that I'm managing right now. And then like I have gave link, has a coach, follow up. So once I get to the point where, for example, all 186 people that say, I'm interested in 80-day obsession, and my group started last Monday and they haven't purchased yet, I am going to go to this bucket. And I'll show you this, right? And I'm going to select all, and then I am going to send them a bulk email. So I can click on this little sign up here, this little like arrow, and I can say start mail merge. And it is going to pull all of their email addresses of all of the people that I have not followed up with, or that haven't purchased, all right, that are interested. And now I can say, 80-day obsession group last call. And so now I am going to say, hey, girl, or hey there, or good afternoon, right? I want to follow up with you and let you know that, while the 80-day obsession group just started, if you feel like this wasn't good timing or you're not ready for it yet, I do have my Battle of the Bulge group that is going to start on February 19th, or whatever, February 12th. If you would be interested in doing 30 days of a different program to prepare you for 80-day obsession, or you just are not ready to do that program yet, or the timing was off, would you be interested in joining this group? So now I'm going to send out a follow-up to all 186 people. Then what I'm going to do is, after I send that message, I'm going to select all, and then I am going to change the stage, and I'm going to do follow up. So I send a follow up to all those people, and now I'm going to move them to a different bucket. That will clear out my 80-day obsession bucket, and now I've followed up, right? And then here's the cool part. Let's say I'm getting ready to advertise for, my Battle of the Bulge group. I can send information to all 768 people that over the past 2 years as I've been using this. Now I have a great way that within 5 minutes I can send follow-ups to everybody. All right, so that's really important. Now let's talk about like adding people in here. Can you see that I have these fields across the top? You may want to just maybe take a screenshot of this. I do name. I want to know what stage they're in. Are they interested in 80-day obsession? Added, whatever. Where did I find them? Source, Instagram, Facebook, or email. This is kind of where they came from. Assigned to, obviously it's going to be myself in your case, or if you have an assistant and you're at that point, then maybe it's assigned to your assistant to answer. What group? So you can put like what group they're interested. Date of last email. Notes section, which is key. Days and stage. You can see anything that has like these 3 little stars. It's a field that's like auto generated. I'll show you. There's another email one right here. Date created, total email messages, Facebook URL, right? So what I want to do is you want to go across and create these stages. What I want to do is I want to show you how to add somebody. Let's say I'm talking to Matt. And I'm talking to him, and I want to add him to a stage, all right? I'm talking to Matt on Facebook, and I really, really want to add him. So what I'm going to do is I need to get rid of that so I don't have all this selected, and I'm going to click this plus sign. It says new box, and a new box pops up. You see this, and I'm going to type in his name, Matt Mitro, need to invite, but maybe I've already invited him. Well, now what do? See this little like thing here? Click on that, and now it's going to make it big. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in his email address, 32@hotmail.com. You could put in, his Facebook URL. For me, it's just email. Then notes. I'm going to say we're on February 2/1/18, invited to Battle of the Bulge through IG, and gave application to fill out, waiting on a response. This is what I do, all right? So I gave him the invitation, so I am going to move him to initial message. So now I can see where he's at, right? I can see the stage that he is currently in. Now, let's say Matt responds back, right, to my email, and I can keep track of it. So on 2/2/18, interested in challenge group, gave info on Shakeology and challenge pack options. So I can keep track of all this, right? And now I can maybe move them into like the forming stage. All right. So this is how you manage your people. Let's say you're going to send Matt a message. So I can do this. You hit compose. And now I can say, all right, we're sending this message to MJ Mitro 32 @gmail. We're gonna say challenge group follow up, right? So, and then if you click down here at the bottom and it says add to box, I can click on add to box and I can put in Matt Mitro, and then you can see his box popped up, and now that is going to stay in that box. So now I can have a trail of all the emails that I am sending to Matt, and I can see what stages that he is in at what point in the process. All right. So I can send him this message, and then you're going to see that it is going to pop up right here that I sent him an email. And now I've got a trail of this. All right. Very, very easy to manage. If I go back, I can now see Matt is in this forming spot right there. Okay. All right. So then if I want to delete somebody out, all I need to do is click the trash and then I can delete his bucket. So it's very easy to set up. If you want to add these stages, because you're not going to have them at the beginning, you just go over here and you click this plus sign at the end, and it gives you free form, data, checkbox, drop down. Your magic columns are things that you can see right there, last email, email thread. So all of your options. Guys, this is so simple to use. Like, it is going to save your life. So this is my customer prospects. Try not to overcomplicate it. I have one for all of my customers. Then let's say I'm going to do my coach leads. So if I click on coach leads, now I can go through and I've created the same buckets. Initial message, I'm forming them, gave them information, invited to a sneak peek, gave link to sign up, and again, same exact thing. If I have 9 people in a sneak peek, I can click that entire bucket. I will send them all an email and say, hey guys, or good afternoon, just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm getting ready to kick off my next coach training. I know you are interested in the opportunity, right? Like, would you like to be one of the 5 people that I accept on my team? Now I've just done how many follow-ups, right? 9 follow-ups in 5 minutes. Guys, this will save your life. So please, please, please really take the time to learn this and use it. So there we go. I've got all of my stuff listed right in there. The next thing that I want to show you very quickly, because I wanted to keep this short, is snippets. Snippets are going to save your life. So how many times do you say, what is a challenge group to somebody, or you send them the same, like, here's what coaching is all about, or you do a follow-up? You can actually start to create your own snippets. If you click the snippet bucket, you can go to manage snippets. And basically all I personally do is as I am writing emails to people, then I'll make the snippets. So let's just say, I am doing coaching, like coach sign up directions. Let's say I've talked to somebody about signing up. Right there, coach sign up directions. I've created a snippet. Now I have the links for them to sign up and exactly how to sign up. And then this allows me to go in and just customize it. If I already know what challenge pack this person is buying, I'll put that in there. If I have any specific information to them, I'll change it, but it's already done. And all you have to do when you're creating snippets is click this little ladder, snippets, manage, or when you send your initial email, like, hey, Lisa, thanks so much for filling out my coach application. If I want to make it a snippet, I click on that ladder. I can say, make this draft a snippet. I can give it a name, right? I can put it into whatever pipeline. So I have coach leads, current active coaches. If I want it to be in the coach prospect one, then I can say, thank you for filling out my coach application. And now I hit create, and now it's going to go into my files. All right. So very, very easy to do, not hard at all. All right. So that gives you a little overview on snippets. So what I want each and every one of you to do is this. I want you to take the time to make this work, because I want to save you time. I do not want you to be tied to your computer. I do not want you to be sitting there working 24/7. I want you to be efficient, and I want you to be effective in what you do. And I truly feel like contact management is the way to go. So with that being said, I don't want this to overwhelm you. If you're technology challenged, that's okay. You will get there. But just make a conscious effort to start this. That today when you sit down to do your power hour, you have your Google Streak, you're doing your power hour, you're adding people into the buckets, you're creating it as you go. Promise you that it will change your life. All right. With that being said, thanks so much for tuning in and listening today. I wanted to keep it short. If you have follow-up questions, let me know, and I'm more than happy to create sort of a round 2. All right. Bye, guys.